What stock should you buy right now? I don't care if you have $1,000. I don't care if you have 5, 10, 20,000. This stock, in my personal opinion, should be in your long-term portfolio, and I'm going to explain why. The stock we're talking about today is Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. The past quarter, Palantir just reported earnings which ended in June. Their revenue hit a new record of $678.1 million, which marked a 27% increase from the same period last year. That means yet another quarter of the business growth rate picking up pace. Now, this is going to be so important as to what we're about to talk about in the video. And at the end of today's video, I'm going to cover 3 different stocks to put your eye on as a potential buy as well. So make sure to like the video and watch this all the way through. As you can see, Palantir's revenue has been absolutely blowing other plays out of the water, with revenue being up 20% year over year, net income up 376% year over year, diluted EPS 500%, net profit 275, operating income almost 1,000, net change in cash 96%, so on, so forth. They have cash on hand. Their debt is non-existent. Some of the previous news, Palantir struck an agreement worth $178.4 million handed to them to basically develop and produce 10 Titan prototypes, which stands for Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node, which is a ground station used to connect Army units to high altitude and space sensors, which in turn provide targeting data to the soldiers. Following that up, August 8th, very recently, Palantir stock surged on a Microsoft partnership of bringing AI to U.S. government agencies. Palantir and Microsoft announced a partnership together to provide the U.S. government with artificial intelligence and cloud capabilities. The companies said the U.S. defense and intelligence community will have access to Microsoft's cloud and AI offerings, including OpenAI's models, as well as Palantir's AI platform. Following that, Palantir's shares surged 10% intraday, while Microsoft shares also traded higher. But the most important key fact to pay attention to when looking at Palantir stock is the step towards the S&P 500 inclusion potentially coming in September. There are rumors that Palantir may join the S&P 500. Their Q2 results beat consensus with positive earnings and revenue growth. They also expect to continue to post positive earnings in each quarter of this year, which these results have been the groundwork for the S&P 500, showing a stable company, which is one of the important factors in joining the S&P 500. Now, benefits of joining the SPY include reduced stock price volatility, increased visibility, and potential for a return boost. This is also going to attract more and more buyers, which in return will lessen the volatility, right? Everybody purchases into the S&P 500. This will also attract more institutional investors. Now, just to bring up an example, Tesla entered the S&P 500 on December 1st of 2020, and 2 weeks after that has risen up about 50% just based off of that news. So this is just something that could happen with Palantir stock. Now that we have covered all of that, Palantir Technologies has also had a massive influx of institutional ownership since inception. As soon as this stock IPO'd, institutional ownership has been getting a leg up every single time, now at its all-time highs. This is something that you're going to pay attention to and watch for Palantir as it reaches a crucial level. Before we touch on the charts, I want to bring up a couple other things alongside institutions purchasing, a potential inclusion into the S&P 500, great earnings, a partnership with Microsoft, Titan, so on and so forth. Palantir, quick update on their merch stores. From their campaign manager, over 540 orders were placed in the first 36 hours, which is insane. Several sizes were sold out of their merch, and they're looking to get restocked already. You can see that Palantir's popularity has been gaining. Also, coming into the week, Palantir has been non-stop bullish over on the options chain. You can see that right here, still adding up over $32 call contracts. The most amazing bull case scenario: imagine a world where September 6th comes and Palantir is announced to be added into the S&P 500. Then we roll into the FOMC, where we get a rate cut of 0.25 or 0.5 on September 18th. Next, ending the fiscal year where Palantir gets a load of government contracts last minute before the next fiscal year starts, October 1st. Then Palantir has a 30% year-over-year growth in Q3, continuing to increase revenue, which they warned that Q3 might be slow, but it may come out as a surprise and not actually be slow. Finally, we then roll into elections, get more rate cuts, followed by a blowout Q4 earnings for Palantir. $40 end of year is not that far out of the woods. That's actually not far at all, seeing Palantir is trading at $32 and once was all the way up at about $45 per share. Now, bear case scenario, something you have to watch out for before we cover the charts is number one, Price to earnings ratio for tech stocks normally trades between 10 and 30. If you look at Palantir's price to earnings ratio, this is sitting at 246. That is very high. Now, there are some metrics that are throwing this off, but that is also still very high. However, you can take a look at other plays doing the same thing, and if you're not projecting their growth, then you're going to be scared out of your position just based off of that solely. Now, you have to take multiple things into account before deciding to take a position in any play. Also, looking at Palantir, a bear case scenario, something scary, is we are testing the top of this trend line. In my personal humble opinion, I think based on all of the catalysts that we see and based most importantly on institutions alone loading up on Palantir, I'm going to guess that we have a breakout outside of these levels. And the fact that we closed above $32 on Palantir is just extremely important. Seeing we got a gap fill and closed above it shows extreme strength for Palantir. Next level I'd be watching is $38. And if we break and close above 38, I'm watching $57.75 on Palantir. So that is very large moves going forward. And this is just potentially before the end of the year to see another 18% gain or potentially an 80% gain on Palantir. And we know what these tech stocks can do. We saw Nvidia, not necessarily comparing it directly to Nvidia, but if this is the case, we join the S&P 500 and everything plays out the way it should play out. Palantir is a crazy, crazy opportunity in the market. Now, I want to cover 3 different stocks that I just really enjoy or I find undervalued alongside Palantir, which can all go into a long-term portfolio. Personally, I very well regret letting go of AbbVie, ticker symbol ABBV. I recently did a long-term portfolio cleanup and I just made it a little bit more strong and stable, but AbbVie has never been an underperformer for me, so this stock is just something I want to put on your radar as well in case you're wondering about getting in. AMD, another tech stock, I think is potentially undervalued, sold below this channel, coming back up, and based on where it's trading at right now, may have a lot more room to run to the upside and could be oversold here at this price point. Last but not least, of course, talked about this before, ELF 159.20. I think it is very undervalued. I think it got oversold down to 143 and now it's coming up to test the fib at 160. If we break above that, you have several levels to watch: 170, 165, 181, 190, which is going to be the crucial point. If we break and close above 190, I see ELF making more all-time highs after we get back above 215. Overall, guys, let me know what you think about Palantir in the comments down below, and if you found value out of today's video. Do you own Palantir? Are you selling Palantir? What are you doing with this? Are you just standing on the sidelines? Do you think it is overvalued, or do you think it is undervalued? That is it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your weekend. If you haven't seen my video yesterday regarding AMC, GameStop, Bitcoin, gold, the S&P 500, make sure to go watch that. And if you want to come talk with me and the most amazing people on the daily, join the Discord. It is the 3rd link under the video. I post my positions as soon as I take them as well. We have options trading alerts in there. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. If you're trying to become financially free, sacrifice a coffee a month to be in here. The education you get out of it is well worth it. I also like my Discord very simple and basic so that everybody can really get information out of it and bring it to their trading and overall shift their mindset. The second link is for Moomoo, where you can get up to 20 free stocks once you go through this link and open an account and make a deposit. It is a free broker. Once you open an account and make a deposit and start getting your free stocks, you're also earning 8.1% APY on your cash that is uninvested, meaning not yet in a stock. It's just going to earn you money. Also, you're getting level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more, all for free. So go do that, guys. Of course, the very top link under the video is for my custom indicator, in which you can plug into your TradingView charts to help you with your trading. It is pattern detection and forecasting. I am out here saying I have the most powerful indicator, and just to stand by that and put my money where my mouth is, I'm giving you a 2-week free trial, not 1, 2-week free trial to test it out, because I don't think that you will get rid of it. Detects patterns, gives you price targets, and forecasts what the stock might do. That is it, guys. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.